And it literally has locked us out of RetroArch. This is like the kiosk mode, but it's got even less than the kiosk mode, I think. I'm not sure. What is going on with this software, guys? All right, let's dig into this. So when I ordered this, I did not expect this to be very impressive, based on the fact that the pictures just kind of look like something similar I've reviewed before. So I have seen this type of box before, but here it is, the model RG5XX, 50XX. So from the company that has cloned everything, Anbernic, it's interesting to see somebody else using this name scheme. I don't know if Max Zhao is going to respond to this or even be aware of this, but pretty fascinating that this is actually called the RG50XX. So no, this is not from Anbernic, and this is running the Rockchip 3128. Now guys, let me give them props for actually labeling this the 3128. I could have seen a scenario like we've seen with other vendors where we're having a CPU listed that's not the real CPU. Heck, maybe it's not even a real 3128, who knows? But it is the 3128. That is not, it's a very old CPU that is nowhere near as powerful as the 3326 or even the 3566. So a lot of limitations I'm expecting in this. It does say it has 2 gigs of DDR4 RAM, which I'm not sure that that CPU could use DDR4 RAM, so a little shenanigans going on there. We'll see. Probably don't have 2 gigs either. An external TF card, so 1 slot for a TF card. It is running on Linux. I'm expecting it to be probably some very locked down Linux software that's not anything we can do anything with. But it does claim to support PSP. Now that's an N64. Guys, if it runs N64, there's no way, if it even boots N64, I should say, there's no way it's going to play it well. That CPU is just not made for that. But the box is pretty basic. We did get the blue variant. One thing that I really liked about this was the colorways. It did have a nice, attractive colorway looking in the picture, so I did think that was interesting. One of the ads said something about uniformity is not in our expectation. So anyways, let's get into this and let's open this up. All right, we're inside and we see some protective bubbling here. Okay. We have the handheld here in a normal tray. So everything looks pretty normal. Let's see what's below here. All right. Oh, look. Hey, Anbernic, look, RG50XX. It is so weird to see that. So, user manual for handheld game console products. Like in this screenshot, it looks fairly nice. Oh, look, it even has RG50XX in a font that looks like you would see on an Anbernic. That's interesting. I didn't see that in any of the pictures online. So, most people hate having logos here. This is a cheap, device that I don't expect many people to ever touch. But, not having the logo would probably be preferable. We'll see. Anyways, the manual looks like a standard manual. Let's see what we got here. Appearance, view, key interface, definition. Does it list the specs anywhere? I was wondering if it says anywhere in here. Key definition, short press, shut down. They got something here in the packaging blacked out. What's that about? That's weird. I don't know. Warranty terms and certificate. Devices shipped with 0 file storage, external files, your presentation. So it's talking about the card. Does not assume responsibility for this. So age 14. So, and then here's in our Mandarin Chinese. We have a USB A to C, or yeah, USB A to C. Okay, so USB A to C cable, so slow charging, and no screen protector, nothing else in there. Let's see if it has one pre-applied. Nothing there. And okay, this first thoughts, holding this upside down, doesn't feel terrible in the hands. Let's see here, a little dusty, got a little cover there. I knew the big thing here was going to be the lack of a D-pad and these buttons, and yeah, already these buttons are terrible. Now, my Xbox Series X Elite 2 controller has these sort of type of, is that going to come off? Has these sort of clear buttons on it, but I've never seen anybody be able to duplicate these and have them be worth a crap. So they're that crystal. They look superficially like you would see on the Xbox Series X2. This thing, man, this thing was already dusty. Let's press them, and kind of loud. Kind of sticking a bit. These aren't great. So yeah, these have that problem that this type usually has, where it kind of sticks. It looks like everything's moving together. So I'm not expecting much. This has nice texture on it. Let's look at these sticks. Okay, sticks aren't bad. Oh, we do have L2, L3 and R3, or it's going to be L2 and R2, since there's on the back only one set of shoulder buttons. Not bad. Switch style. Okay, sticks are decent. Good position. This feels comfortable holding it like that. This is more of this nonsense over here. I hate this. I don't think anybody would love this. Whoever designed this, why do this? But they're just like these. They kind of stick. They're not smooth. And yeah, you're not going to do any traditional D-pad diagonals on this thing. It's terrible. But you do have the sticks. So if you're used to playing the sticks like that. Nice little texture right here. I kind of like this. I'm digging the difference here. You have this more transparent, than it frosts here. It's a nice little two-tone to it, so pretty good. 5-inch screen, so we do have a nice big 5-inch screen. Again, this is running at about $45, so that's not bad for a 5-inch screen for $45. We have our home and select, or start and select. Pretty clicky and loud. Looks like that's a function or escape button. Our volume buttons, again, more of this frosted. So it looks like the screen is in this frosted case with these switch style controllers attached. And then again, oddly enough, just L1 and R1. Now we have an upcoming R39S that also has just L1 and R1 on the back, which wouldn't surprise me if it's from the same company, because it already looks like this plastic. I don't hate the look of this. I thought I would, but I don't really hate the look of it. Look on the back. Oh, we've seen that before. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it has these two, let's see, there we go. These two punching hands and versus. Portable multimedia player. Yeah, we've reviewed something on here that was horrible. If it has that same software, this guy is just done. There's just no reason for this. Looks like a single speaker, 3000 milliamp battery. So kind of dig the transparency. The shell is kind of nice. It's got a nice weight to it. It's got a nice form factor to it. Feels pretty comfortable, nice slab-like, so don't hate that. But just really quickly, hate the buttons, hate the D-pad. Sticks are okay. Only one set of shoulder buttons. And let's look at the input-output. It does have HDMI and a full USB. So if you wanted to set this up on a TV, and play it like that, that might not be so terrible, especially if it can run games smooth enough. We don't know what the software is like, but it has USB-C as well, and you do have your microphone jack, and there's that TF card. TF card is flush, so it's not sticking out. That's pretty good. So no just huge deformities or anything on here. Again, just a single speaker. You have two speaker holes. But yeah, this is, you know, for $45, there's better already. I mean, I haven't played it yet. I don't know that this is definitely not a gem, not a hidden gem that I've been looking for, but let's boot this thing up and see if we hate this or not. Hey Deadheads, sorry to interrupt the video here, but I wanted to stop and take a moment to talk about the upcoming biggest promotion in AliExpress history. They are working on releasing a Double 11 promotion. Yes, November 11th. We all know that's the time of the year when we get the best deals, and this year is no different. So I wanted to talk to you about these cool little handhelds that we have been collecting here. You can go check out our review video on this, but these are awesome. They're going to be on the sale. I'm going to leave a link in the description along with coupon codes so you guys can pick one of these up. Look at all the beautiful colors these come in. These things are very handy. Keep this one on your keychain, and you can game on your phone. If you have your phone with you and you don't have one of your handhelds with you, it's a great way to experience that. These things are amazing. They're not very costly, and it's going to be even bigger sale when the 11/11 sale drops next month. So stay tuned, look for more information as we get closer to this amazing sale. We want to thank our friends at AliExpress for supporting this channel and for giving all you gamers such an awesome deal. All right, back to the show. So we do have a power on button up here, and there we got some lights going, and oh yeah, I've seen this screen. So this is going to be poo-poo software. Yeah, that ugly light up. This is ugly to me. I don't like the way these light up. It looks even worse than it did before I turned it on. Loud. Front end looks better than I've seen before. So let's say this company is moving in a better direction. For one, the sticks are better. For the next one, this over front end is not completely horrendous. Looks like everything's spelled out. Let's see what so they scraped it. So I mean, it could be worse. They're using the numbered look, page 1 of 17. God, I got a lot of Game Gear games on here. So let's go in and let's try some Game Gear games. Let's see what that looks like. Let's do some Daffy Duck. So yeah, this software is poop. I'm not going to go deep into it because I'm pretty certain that it's not even going to let you do it. It's probably going to have that fake little overlay to save. Everything's stretched out. You're not going to be able to do any sort of modification, I don't think. We'll see here. There is a function button. Oh, look at that. What? We have RetroArch. Oh, this may not... What? What is this? We have RetroArch with no menus. Okay, Deadheads, leave me a comment if you have thoughts on what this is. But look at this. It's just as bad as the one they put on there where all you can do is save. There's nothing. Why would they do this? Okay, if anybody who is involved with making this ever sees this video, why are you doing this? That's ridiculous. You had an opportunity here and you locked this down. Why? I don't understand. This is ridiculous. So you might as well not even have this. But I guess it has RetroArch in it, loaded. So there's that, guys. But yeah, you can't do anything. So maybe somebody can unlock this. Maybe like the M17, this can be somehow hacked into and made better. And if it can, and this thing will drop down to about $35, if we could get a 5-inch $35 version of this that has unlocked the full RetroArch, hey man, who knows? It's not bad. But let's see how this game actually plays. Sound is terrible. Is that as loud as it goes? So yeah, it's not a great speaker. Let's start the game and see. Everything's stretched out. We'll play in stretched out mode. So again, you know, the best hope for this is that these games will actually run good enough to where you could give this to a kid. It doesn't... Now this screen is not bad. The color saturation on this is not too bad. Again, for my friends out there that really worked... Oh crap. They worked really hard on the M17 and have moved that to an amazing place. Maybe this will be this year's project. I don't know. This, again, the funny name that makes you think of Anbernic, but this really makes you appreciate Anbernic even more now, seeing this. Looks like it's playing well. This is Game Gear, so no problem that I can see with this. But let's try something else. Let's go into something demanding. It claimed to have PSP on there. If it does, what do you want to bet, guys, that it's PSP minis? But I don't know. Let's try that. Oh, this is rich, guys. It says Tekken 5. I do not have high hopes for this. So loading in some PSP. This is going to be interesting. So let's see what this thing does. It is, I don't know what the screen ratio, it claims to be 800 by 640, which makes this a 5:3 aspect ratio, like the RG552. If it is the 5:3 aspect ratio, that's not terrible for PSP, but it's not 16:9. I'll guarantee you that. It didn't choke on the FMV, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, there it goes. Kind of hear the slowdown. Again, this D-pad and buttons are horrendous. Not expecting much there. No tutorial. Let's just do a quick battle here. So I can see, so you can hear a little stuttering. Let's see here. Where's my Lee Chow lane? I'll use Brian. Oh, you hear that? Yeah. And again, let's just see. Yeah, we're not even getting into PPSSPP, so nothing here. You're just, this thing's going to play the way it plays, so I can't even put frame rate on to see if it's, what percentage it's running at. I'm going to use the stick because those D-pads sucks. So, I mean, it's playing this game. Again, if we can unlock this, I mean, I'm not hating playing it. It's not slow enough to where I hate it, but again, this is obviously not the best way to play PSP. There are much better ways to do it. Get out of here with that BS. Yeah, these controls are horrendous. But again, if you hook this up with a controller and you put it on a TV screen, it might not be too bad. Also, you give this to like a 5-year-old or 6-year-old, may not be too bad either. It's got a nice screen. They're not screen size. The thickness is nice. Yeah, this is such a catastrophe in the making because it could have been really decent. This was never going to be fantastic, but it could have been really decent. But right now, there's just, even for e-waste, there's just so many issues with it that it makes it really hard to recommend this. If this had come out in 2020, I think people would have been pretty darn impressed. But it's nearly 2025, 5 years later, and I mean, I'm playing well enough, so we got to give it that. All right, let's wrap things up and just do a quick overview of this. All right, guys, so this has been the first look and review of the Not Anbernic RG50XX, 50 because it's a 5-inch screen. There's not a whole lot here to be positive about. I always try to point out any positives on here. The sticks are good. I like the sticks enough. They're not great, but they're good enough. The shoulder buttons work. They're not that loud. The full USB port's a nice addition. And I didn't even mention, it has HDMI. So HDMI out is pretty nice. It does have a headphone jack. This plastic mold is pretty attractive looking. I don't mind it. I like the colors they've shipped with. What did I not like? The speakers are terrible. The buttons are terrible. The software is terrible. The games that it's shipped with, the curation of it's pretty terrible. So don't know if you could even burn your own card. It does claim you can add your own ROM, so maybe that to do it. And I think I picked this up at $45. That's just too much for this. This needs to be closer to around $35 to even be worth taking a look. But again, in the pictures, I was a little more excited, thinking this might turn out to be something a little better, a little hidden gem. But yeah, nothing here to get too excited about, guys. This one is a pass for me, but let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'll revisit this if someone gets a hold of this and they put some custom firmware going on it, or if somebody takes up the cause like they did with the M17. But I encourage this company, since this is better than the last thing they've released. I've seen 2 others with this logo on it, and those were way worse than this. So they're getting better, but this is not it, guys. So anyways, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Look forward to bringing you guys in the future more of these. I'm happy to test these so you guys can just see what they're like without having to spend any of your hard-earned dollars. I'll probably find some 5 or 6 year old child to give this to and donate, and they'll probably love it, and that's probably the best use case for something like this. So anyways, guys, remember to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode of our show, and we'll see you next time. Dev Fred out.